You guys ready? Couple injury updates before we get started. Jordan Simmons just got knee swelling in the same knee, so we held him out this morning. Hopefully the swelling can come down. Claude sprained his knee. We're going to go in and scope it just to ensure that it's not a serious, significant injury, but we are going to go look at it, and that's going to happen tomorrow, so he'll be out a little bit of time. The rest of our guys are really bumps and bruises. There's nothing significant on that front. So the other probably major thing of practice today was obviously Adoree coming to offense. I thought he looked really good. Felt like every time he touched the ball, he might have scored, and that's what it should feel like. You know, that's why we're using him on offense. It was effective for us today. You know, I felt a little bit like today, here comes another double day. We had some guys that maybe tried to save themselves a little bit for this evening, and that's not the way we should practice. And I thought we had a lot of guys going really well. We had a few guys that needed to be better, and so hopefully we can be tonight. I guess one other order of business is Jalen Cope Fitzpatrick is going to focus on his academics this fall and will not be joining the team until the spring. So outside of that, questions?
A day like today, you know, you've always said that about Adoree, but you see him today and you think the number of plays on offense might have to be X.
Well, you know, it's the first day, you know, Dan, and we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to do it right. We're trying to do what's best for the team. As far as, of course, we want to score, but I want to stop people too, and I want him to play his best football every time he takes the field. So I can't give you an exact number yet. And like I've said before too, you know, every game's going to be different. You know, game plans are going to be different. Our opponents are different. You know, who are the wideouts we're playing that week? Different things. So we'll see. But we will definitely use them offensively. It's just a matter of to what degree and how much, and that's the part we have to figure out.
Can he be the best offensive player in the country?
I don't know. I mean, really, it's one practice in. He looked really good today. You know, he had a good pep in his step. To his credit, he seemed really well prepared, and that's a credit to Coach Martin and Coach Helton and everybody involved to make that happen. You know, the challenge when we really get going is to be able to do it on offense and then on defense and then back and forth. And so, you know, that's the part we're going to have to play with after these 6 practices as we get ready for the first ball game.
Didn't seem like Bormeister was doing the field goals there at the end.
He's got a little hip flexor going right now. We're just trying to get it healthy as we can, and Woody's doing a really good job right now, so we're okay there.
Steve, do you have any date in mind for when the guys who came in the spring will be available to the media?
Honestly, Gary, this is the first I've thought about it since you asked me, so I'll figure it out. I'll let you know.
Having had a chance to look at the film of the scrimmage, did anything new pop out to you about any particular units or players or anything like that?
Well, I think we're good up front defensively, especially when our pad level's good and we're using our hands well, and it makes it difficult on the offensive guys. When we get in trouble defensively is when we start to play high and our gap integrity gets in trouble. So that jumped out at me when you go back and look at the film. Sometimes it's hard to see on the field, why did that run get out, or why did that run get a loss of 2? Then you start to see the play of the defensive front, the defensive linemen, the linebackers, and then obviously the offensive line play, and are we assignment sound or not. So a lot goes into it. I think the biggest thing that I got out of it was just the line play, and studying the line play on film is much different than when you see it live. It happens so quickly, and you can look at the film and rewind it and slow it down and pause it. You get a lot of information.
Is Wyatt Schmidt part of that kicking competition right now?
Not right now, no.
With Adoree coming to offense, you're shuffling in the secondary.
Yeah.
How did they handle that today?
We were okay. We weren't great, you know. It's really good opportunities for Iman Marshall and Isaiah Langley. They're getting a lot of reps. The versatility of Chris Hawkins, he can go from safety over to corner, give us some depth there. So, you know, we gave up some plays today. Like I said, you know, that we need to be better. We need to be better tonight when we take the field.
It looked like Justin Davis got hurt today.
His finger on a straight arm. He'll be okay. Mine probably looks worse than his.
As far as tempo and snap count, last year that was something that kind of increased for a lot of these guys when you came in. How much have you seen them improve coming into this fall camp?
We're better, you know. I think we're better. We're still stressing it. I think we can improve even more so than we've been. it's a work in progress. It's a lot. They have a lot of volume, so there's a lot of thinking taking place when they go onto the field, and we're trying to get them going as fast as we can go. So hopefully our tempo really starts to increase here into the second half of this week or even into next week, as really the install is nothing anymore, and now it's just repetition of the plays and their comfort level of understanding the plays, the calls, and really lining up and playing fast.
We have a Dory waiting for you.
Cody threw more interceptions the other night than we're accustomed to. What was your analysis of those plays?
I thought he forced a couple balls there on third down. But that's what practice is for. You have to figure out, can I make this throw or not? And I'd rather him learn out here than on game day in the Coliseum. And there were pretty good plays by the defense as well. That was a good play by Marvell Tell. It was a good play by Iman Marshall on the comeback on the sideline there. So, it's part of it. We really believe our practice field is the most competitive practice field in America. And you're going to go against good players. And when you're off a little bit, the good players should make you pay. And that's what happened the other night in the scrimmage.